Welcome to ECCSC Live. I'm your host, Tyrone Muhammad. Thank you for tuning in to one of the most unapologetic 30 minutes on cable TV at 6:30. Today we have my good friend Revin Fellows. That's Revin Fellows. To my right, the point guard, the undisputed mayor, or is it the governor?
The governor of
79th Street. Revin, thank you for coming in today.
Oh, it's an honor, big brother. Appreciate it.
Yes, please, family, feel free to call in at 312-738-1060. Revin will give you a lot of information, and I hope that you all will call in and challenge him. So, Revin, I'm going to let you introduce yourself to the people. They know me. Who are you, sir?
Well, I always share with people I'm Geraldine's son.
Oh, that's my mother.
Yeah, that's my mama.
She got a lot of sons, Miss Geraldine.
And I'm Revin Lee Sr.'s DNA.
Right.
So my mama's integrity and my dad's honor.
Praise.
So I'm just honored to be here, brother, on the show. I'm just a man trying to do the work of the Most High in the community, make a difference. Too much is given, much is required. And so God has given me a wealth of knowledge and information and maturation and wisdom that I can't help but share it. You know, I was premature, Grace, so it's all in the DNA, baby.
You was premature. So listen, man, let's just get right to it. And people, like I say, please call in and your questions, suggestions. We appreciate it. So recently, we've formed a coalition of activists, community leaders, people with social programs to bring light and bring this violence issue to bear. State Representative LaShawn Ford has put together a great team of men and women who's been in the streets, in the communities, and trying to do their best with the resources that they have to serve the people. Can you talk about that introduction, that process with Representative LaShawn Ford, because it's nothing new to him. He's been doing it for a little while now, and you've been the point guard on a lot of those situations. Can you talk about that?
Well, it's been an honor. State Rep Ford has been a big champion. And as you know, the ex-con, your logo, man, he's been a champion for a while, man. And unapologetically black in Springfield, doing the work, ban the box, seal the bill, expungement, also naming July 3rd as the state of Illinois Independence Day for reentry brothers and sisters coming home. The African American Employment Plan to put people to work in state government. One of the things we're going to have to revisit, because I know you're trying to take your program to the next level. He was instrumental to put a bill together called, it's for $5,000 micro loan for ex-offenders or returning citizens to get their own business. So we started, well, one of the things I must commend you, brother, there's a lot of brothers out here, but unfortunately State Rep has some brothers that's following, but they don't know the understanding that when you have an elected official champion your cause with legislators, especially for a reentry community, that's a hard thing to do. But he's been successful in Springfield, and you know those white districts sometimes don't support reentry, and you're going to redeem yourself. So he's been able to deal with both sides of the floor and get the house and get it done. But unfortunately, we need you brothers that know this brother who's doing the work. Y'all got to get behind an elected official that is pushing your campaign and gives him more strength. So unfortunately, the Jewish Federation and some others, they got that and it moved forward for training. But it was actually put forth for State Rep Ford to help brothers have landscaping, little small jobs. So we got to revisit that. But I just thank you, man, for really, you met State Rep in a short time and you felt him. And I remember you trying to say, this is State Rep. You told him straight up, brother, I don't mess with politicians. So I don't mess with politicians. That's what he told him. He had some other stuff to tell him I can't say on the air. But he did share with State Rep that I don't play with politics or politicians either. And so that's been less than about 4 or 5 weeks. you guys merged and you've seen the sincerity. So we then begin to organize this camaraderie of fraternity brothers and Masonic brothers and brothers from organizations, streets, to come up with how we already doing work with no funding and how we should be dealing with opportunity to do the work. And so State Rep called us together, yourself and myself and Randy and a few others, to go talk to the chief of police. And
I had a meeting today.
yeah, okay, well, see, and so from that meeting, Rep Ford shared with him that we don't necessarily have to agree with each other politics, but we have to do something.
Yes,
You don't have enough black police officers, so you had your spiritual engagement with the video that went viral of de-escalation of the young man, the police officer. So it was prime. We went into to show it to him. He saw, and he really took a liking. So that opened the door up for us to that conversation you're having, Brother Maxwell. So we're excited. We already doing the work. So whether we get money or not, we want our money, we want our dollars. But as brothers and sisters doing work with no funding, so State Rep is committed to looking at the federal, the state, and local city funding to do the work and get our right share of our tax dollars to can do it more effectively, and we thank him for that.
So I want to revisit that bill, the $5,000 bill. See, coming out of prison, it's like, it's a hardship on the brothers. And a lot of these guys coming out with skills, horticulture, automotive technology, welding, custodial maintenance. And that $5,000, man, would be, to get these brothers on track. I wonder really how realistic is that to restart that bill? And do we need other people, reps, state senators on that as well?
I'm gonna have to revisit the bill. You had a pleasure to meet Brother Randy Ryder.
Yes.
And Randy keeping it real street law and pathway to citizenship bill. So I don't think we should revisit that bill and see where it is. Okay. And then State Rep, we put some more teeth and revisit it. Because right now with sanctuary cities and all this thing, our people come home, we got to have some leverage to put us in the game. So there's no problem. I do a lot of lobbying in Springfield, and Randy's been down and testifying. So can't wait for you to go down and testify before the people down there.
I'm on fire. Right now the phone is ringing off the hook, and the people we want to hear from you all. So caller, please.
Yes, sir, Mr. Muhammad. This is Ray.
What's up, Ray?
Oh, my friend. Listen, when people talk about returnees, people who have served their time, paid their dues, it's not only black, but it's brown also, Hispanics. If we two got together, it'd be twice as easy instead of trying one race at a time. Let's combine each. This way, we can also do what we want to do, and it'll be a little easier. It's always going to be hard, but it'll make it a little easier. Let's get both of us together. But you know what? Let me say this. When Steve calls in no way am I trying to put him down or say that he's wrong. He says it in an educational, know it because he does, though. This is the degree he has in. Or the only degree I have is being on the street.
Yes, sir.
So I try to say and do the best I can, with the street smarts that I have. So yes, let's combine us together, and it'll make it a little easier. Of course, you know what? We gotta start educating people. We gotta start getting some money for trade schools. Buy a building, buy one of these old schools that has been closed. Make it a trade school for our people that are coming back. And then this way when they come out, they have something to look forward to instead of just the streets.
Yes, sir.
And I heard of that program. I'm going to it because I can have a good job, and that's true. But if you don't have none of that, you're going to go right back onto the street.
Thank you, Ray.
Thank you.
I need you, as I told you, I need you on the team, man. I respect your opinion and your views, and thank you for always calling in and giving us some information and knowledge. That's my goal, hopefully, in the distant future, to be able to have an educational center where you teach brothers real skills, ECCSC, the brothers coming out, and the brothers that's on the corners that didn't go to high school, that fell out, you know. To give them skills, have a center where they can learn welding, where they can learn the various trades and things. So hopefully we could get the mayor to give us some of these buildings in the city, so we can get going, man.
Training. Well, I just got some good news. There's a brother, Dr. Lance, out of St. Louis. We worked with Ray Lewis last year. It's called Global 1000.
Yeah.
So the tour after Michael Brown got killed, so they came through Chicago, different cities, is to give 1,000 jobs to brothers returning back home. So he just launched this thing, well, not just launched, but it's called Black Tech Mecca. So they have a group of brothers that's in the technology game. So we're going to be bringing that to Chicago, the Black Tech Mecca, with the reentry piece to it, and we'll get State Rep Ford to tie some of that STEM money to it. But we're going to be creating things for our own people and make it happen, because if we don't teach them, it won't get taught. And everybody's not traditional classroom.
Right. See, this is what I love about the coalition we building, man. Most of the men are unapologetic about their views, their action, and their love for their community, man. And you know, as I said before, when you first introduced me to Representative Ford, me, I'm a skeptic as it relates to policies that actually work and help those formerly incarcerated, and well as prepare the men that's already in prison to return to the communities to do similar work that we're doing, and feel good about doing it. What you have to say about politicians as it relates to them actually contributing and being a real mechanism and a force by which to transform the narrative in terms of the reentry, jobs, opportunity. What you can speak on that, man, as it relates to our elected officials?
Well, my experience has been, man, and I say everybody this, and I say this boldly: you can't threaten a politician to take him out about doing black when you got one that's doing pro-black and you ain't supporting him. It doesn't make sense. You got to support who's supporting your cause. So the threat to a politician on what you're going to do, reentry, we're going to do something, and you have a brother like State Rep doing the work with policy, almost went to jail, 17 counts, 100 years, facing 100 years, and he walk away, and then God make your enemy your footstool and put him over banking and finance, which is they was trying to accuse him with. And now he's going down and advocating for brothers, and they're not support him. So if I was another elected official, I'd say, well, State Rep doing that thing, you don't see y'all supporting him. So what we got to do is...
Why should we invest time in you all?
But I found out, let's not give all elected officials that much credit. We think they know what they doing all the time. They don't. Some people get in there because they got friends. But I know some guys doing good work. But what we got to do is start bringing our agenda now and say, that's what we want. And we need that about you.
And we want that transparent and upfront.
That's right. And we got our numbers together. And then if you don't, we got some people that might have to come by your office, see you every now and then, keep knocking on your door like when you go to Springfield, they chasing people around the hall. You passed that bill yet? You passed. So one of the things we're going to do different, we're going to form our little lobbying body, and we're going to go down to Springfield, knocking on doors, saying, how you doing? Did that bill go through? Or do we need to come back and see you every day? But we ain't going to let you come home without knocking on your door. We're going to be in Springfield. But that's how things happen. So if you keep agitating, they get tired of hearing somebody got to move a pen.
No doubt. You know, the main platform, the number one platform right now in ECCSC is violence prevention. And I'm so tired of women losing their sons, man. 15 and up, 13 and up. And that weighs on my heart, you know, that weighs on my heart. And I really, man, want to get at this issue. We just seen the tape of the 15-year-old telling the reporter the account. His mother, his parents wasn't present. No one was present. And when you start talking about this incident of this boy getting shot in the back of the head or in the head, and all the misinformation and information is coming out allegedly, we need to be able to protect that young man.
But definitely we need to be, our people getting caught up in this Hollywood Facebook thing, and then misinformation going out there. Be talking about people died and they didn't die. So we already in trauma. We got the Pendleton trial. We got the brother getting shot. We got Aretha dying. So we on every level with trauma, hurt, and then next thing we need is some misinformation. But for them to interview that young brother, and what's scary is he had just saw his friend killed, and he's articulating this thing with no emotion, and
right.
he ain't dramatized. He's just like, this is what's going on. They came, he did this, he repeated. So he walking through this like a straight lawyer with no nothing. That's scary. So I think we got to reach out to him real quick and his family and say, this young man cannot be out there. First of all, keep your mouth closed. Ask for your mom and lawyer. Don't get on Facebook just talking, because he's a witness to a situation. So we want to make sure that that young man is safe and in that community, because we know there's a lot of good police officers, but some people don't believe in the mission that you're supposed to be a servant.
Serving, community serving, that's our motto here at ECCSC. For you all out there who just heard what Revin said, if you have information about that young man and his family and who he is, we would like to get in touch with him. And we have to make sure that we protect our little brother so that he don't slip on that banana peel and lose his life as this investigation ensues. Right. And we're trying to get at the truth of why our little brother was killed or whatever allegedly happened. Right. So we can't. We need information, people, and if this man is giving an account of something that took place, then we should protect him. So over the next, let's say 30 days, what do you see as the main agenda, or what do you see as a main program that we can put forth with the coalition that we're building right now to prevent violence, as well as for what you want to call self edification, man, of our communities?
Well, as my brother Mark Allen always said, I'm glad you asked. Some of the things that we're doing right now, into some of the things, we have brothers that's doing work. Brother James, him over there where you are on 63rd. Yes, we got 100 Black Men, Phi Beta Sigma. We're all over the place doing work. So what we want to do collectively now, since we brought this coalition together, next Sunday at 3 o'clock, we're going to meet over at the Masonic Hall on 42nd in Cottage Grove at 3 o'clock. So we're asking Black men or organization to come meet with us, because we're going to be going to hit the streets. School is about to start, but Philip Jackson has this thing that he does every year called Community Peace Surge. Okay. The Community Peace Surge. And so what we want to do, he's a little under the weather now, but this is something he's championing every year, because at one time the police said they're going to take off work, we're going to do overtime. So he organized the Black men, so if you're not, then we'll police ourselves. So we want the new coalition that we're building, Operation Save Lives, we want to gather around we ain't reinvent no more new wheels. We're going to put some fresh spokes in it and some soldiers. So we're going to launch Labor Day weekend. We're going to launch that the Operation Save a Life and Peace Surge. We're going to make a call to all Black men and all Black women and children. We're going to look at doing a press conference to call out that we want safety this whole Labor Day weekend and going into the school year, where we want to look at we protected our community.
Think that'll get some press coverage?
Oh, well, yeah, we probably have. We went to the state of Illinois, but we might have to go outside and do a little something. But I think we get enough women and children and let them know the Black man is back.
Okay, that's beautiful. So listen, we have another caller. Caller, please.
Hey, how you doing? Was calling in mainly to kind of ask a question. What it is that you think, or you guys think, that we can do to even help that situation where we don't have to, I guess, worry so much about when our people do step up and say something, because we know that there's a retaliation that's a possibility. So how do we best serve and protect him from that part of it?
Well, I guess to answer your question is why we brought the coalition together, because we have to have our eyes and ears on the community. And then when brothers come together, somebody's somebody's cousin all the time. And somebody, a lot of states say, well, we know the shooter. Well, the shooter got family members in there, people they respect that can talk down, just like Brother Tyrone did when he engaged that de-escalation on the thing. The young man didn't know him, but he felt the spirit. But we got to organize our block clubs where we're going to be working with the National Block Club University. Brother Cyron Smith put together a model 15 years ago where block by block, where we got a safety day, health day, by block. So there's accountability in the village that's plugged into the system. So when that young man got through talking, somebody should have made a call to us, and we made a call till we went right to the house and said, hey, mother, we need to talk to you about this young man's safety, and we also want to give him some legal representation. And then at the same time, Brother Tyrone has been speaking with the superintendent so he can say, hey, man, we got a situation that's going on the block. We need Brother Betts with the CAPS to work with us. So now we got the police department working with us and the block clubs, and then the men stepping up in the village. So that's the model we're putting together to work that's going to be effective. So we honor, brother, if you can come out with us next Sunday at 3 o'clock at 42nd and at the Masonic Hall, 42nd and Cottage Grove. We're going to be discussing, and we definitely need your input, because there's no one man and no silver bullet that can fix this problem. So we want to ask those questions, to get together as men, put our brains together, and let the Most High deal with us to be proactive instead of reactive.
Well, in regards to that, so we'll post that date on the various Facebook and social media avenues. Anyway, that's what it's about, people saving. That's what this is about, saving lives, people saving. I'm of the belief that, they say, man, if you just save one. I think that is mathematically insane.
It's genocide.
If you only saving one and 99 is just left to run crazy, you will never fix a problem. Our goal is to save them all. Right. So, and then if one falls by the wayside, maybe we can pick him up and dust him off, or maybe he needs to sit down and be cool, take the time
I
out.
always say, and like you said, mathematically, you save one, they shoot six students, 8 students from college. That's I don't catch up. But I always tell people that, when men step up, boys sit down. But I got a program called Books Over Balls, and the concept is used in basketball as a tool. Basketball saved my life. I played ball, stayed busy. A couple other things happened to make sure I got a couple of threats from some people that say you better not. But the community saved me. But what I tell people, I got to tell my young men, when I get through digging in and doing everything I can to save his life, I tell his mom, see, he ain't listening. So what you do is raise your insurance policy, son, because he ain't listening to me, he ain't listening to Brother Muhammad. So his dice roll is going to be about up in a little bit. So up that insurance policy, and I got a suit right now, one black, one blue. Right. The blue one is for the graduation, the black one's for the funeral. And so we don't want to go back to the funeral. They talking about he accepted Christ at an early age. We want to know when he got the devil.
Yeah. Right. That's real. The most unapologetic 30 minutes on cable. I told y'all, my man Revin Fellows, better remember that name, because that's the governor of 79th Street.
The Blacknificent Miles.
It's like this. So listen, man, we try to make light of a bad situation,
yes, sir.
Man.
Yes, sir.
And we want you all to see us, a little less stressful about the work that we put in all the time. Make no mistake about it, men, we have to save our communities. You can't look for no outside group to come in. They can help, they could contribute. But until we decide that we're tired, we're sick of our women and children being terrorized by our boys, our sons, even in some case, our daughters. We all have to be in this fight together. All hands on deck to save ourselves and families, and then save our community. The prisons are not going anywhere.
That's right.
The prisons always have space for bodies. So we have to prevent our sons coming out of those killing fields from entering, I call it Sister Geraldine Smith say, her coffin. Those cells are like coffins, little brothers. So we want to prevent you all from lavishing, languishing in coffins, concrete coffins. So you got anything to say about this, wrapping it up about the programs, what you see in the future, or anything you think could be poignant enough to get across to them?
Well, I think quite a few things are going to come out as we begin the coalition coming together. The piece that you're talking about, man, getting our own transportation and rolling on these spots real right away and getting on it, and with our eyes and ears the street, should none go down without them hitting them phones. Right. And we pull up on them, and then we want to be talking to the commander. So everybody tell me, don't talk to the chief. Hey, how you going? You don't want to talk to Trump, but you paying them federal taxes. You want to talk to Ron, but you bearing that boot off your car. So that's literally insane to have somebody pimping you. You don't want to talk to him about your money. Right. But I think that we're going to start looking at having roll call with the police officers. Yes, so we want to be able to look the officers in the eye, and they look us in the eye, so we see them. So when we're doing our de-escalation, there's no conflict with that. And when we show up, they got all white officers. We need black men and black women to be able to do a de-escalation. So we're going to be bringing that to the forefront, and the late state rep is going to be pushing for funding for us to do that. And then at the same time, bringing young men into our books over balls. We got 100 black men. We got the Sigmas, the Alpha. We asking for all the fraternity brothers that's post up, man. I'm a Phi Beta Sigma. Let's put some more work. We putting good work in, but we got to put more work on these ground. Our women and children are looking at us, and we can't be looking like cowards in the face of this enemy. Let's take that at work. Stand
up and be men. We got one more caller. Caller, we got a few minutes. Please let us hear your comment or suggestion.
Yes, sir. I was just calling, trying to find out if there were any type of expungement programs and things like that.
I can't hardly hear you, but I did hear expungement program. I think there's several.
Dorothy Brown.
If you
want to call her office, and she has a series going around. And then if you want to reach out to State Rep LaShawn K. Ford office, you can Google that office and check with it. And those two, they're bill champions. And then Congressman Danny Davis' office. So those three elected officials, you can reach out. And if you don't success, call back to the show, reach out to a number, and see if we can help you out. But those are some of the people. You get there, and some of them have a lot of free programs. But make sure you got your rap sheet from 35th Street to be able to do that when you go talking, so you can get the ball rolling.
No doubt. So
okay, yes, sir. Yes.
Go ahead. You got something else to say, Carl?
No, just saying yes, sir. Thank you so much for that information. It really helps me out. I appreciate it.
And definitely check with Dorothy Brown's office. She's doing great work, because if you can't afford it, they have some fee waivers and vouchers. So if your economic situation is not there, why don't you reach out to her? I would say try it first, because I know some guys that didn't have the money capable of getting it done. So check all three, but try Dorothy first, because she's doing great work with this expungement traveling thing across the city, young and old.
Okay.
Take care, caller, and thank you. Reed, in closing, is there any place that people can, you got a website, Facebook, location where the people can find you?
Well, yeah, they can email me, Revin Fellows at yahoo.com, RevinFellows at yahoo.com. And 773-969-9644. And thank you for having me on the show, brother. And hope I can come back. I just feel good. I feel like I'm deep.
Man, listen. You look like an old co-host.
I gotta get a shirt though.
Glad we're gonna make it work. Thank you once again, people, for tuning in to another exciting show. And we really appreciate the callers. Continue to call in, continue to support. Go to the website, visit us on the Facebook page, and please share it, the live, and encourage your community, encourage your family to do good, to give back. And we really appreciate your support. We're grateful. Thank you for tuning in. Peace.